All right, test, test. All right, hello everybody. We'll be getting in just a moment. Thank you all for coming in early. Just take a second to thank the sponsors that we have up on screen right now. So let's have a fun race. Let's get going into it.
Been the first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade.
You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
The game is not being captured. Give us 1 second, guys. It was working just fine 10 seconds ago, and then we all know how things like to be goofy. You ever have a moment where you want something to work and you test it earlier and it don't work? We're having one of those moments right now, chat. We're having one of those moments. Give me one moment. All right, there we go, chat. Looks like it was just having a little bit of trouble. We'll just be doing what we'll be doing then. There we go, chat. There we go. All right, we're good now. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? We are here once again for Relentless Cup Racing. Today, we're going to be at Pocono. Now, I gotta say, Pocono is I would say it's an interesting track. It's one of the more unique tracks that we have on the schedule. One of my favorites, at least in terms of the longer tracks. The only issue with Pocono, I would say, is that sometimes it can lead to boring racing, but sometimes it can be really exciting racing. Let's hope that we get the latter and have some exciting racing today. Ethan Flanagan, top of the charts right now in practice, but only, look, 0.3 seconds is the gap between him and fifth, so it's going to be interesting to see really how all the speeds are going to be working today. We might, have packs kind of break off today where, we'll have about 5 guys and then maybe we'll have about 10 guys all fighting with the draft and whatnot. Could be a ton of fun. We're working on getting what we need up right now. Gotta import the right stuff. There we go. Stuff don't want to work though. Just our luck. But at least it's working somewhat. Yeah, right now, Ethan has about a 1/10 lead over Bobby, and then Bobby has a 1/10 lead over Kevin Jordan and Kewins. And then pretty much after that, it really starts to fall off. So these 4 guys, keep an eye out for these 4. Especially Kevin Jordan and Bobby. They want to get their first win in the Cup Series. I'll tell you, Kewins, over the last, season in total, Kewins has been looking extremely good. He's been, in my opinion, someone who, got in the Final Four last season. He's been in the Final Four a lot. I think this time he's going to be a legitimate threat to win a championship this year. Last time you could say maybe he got it in on luck. But I think this time he is going to be a legitimate threat to get a championship win this season. All right, Jeff Medlin, first off pit road. You get the camera is good, sir. Why are we auto switching? What are we doing? So Jeff Medlin, he has been doing quite well. He's been on the podium multiple times already this season. Real quick peek at the point standing too. What we're going to do here is we'll tell you the top 20 as of this moment right now in points. It's if the links want to work. The hyperlinks in Discord, they aren't being friendly to us today. All right, here we go. So Ethan Flanagan still is the leader of the points. He's leading by 5 over Bo Dinger. Then it's Warman, Frey, Malarkey, Kewins, Barkley, Darnell, Nance, Bucher, Kolb, Rafferty, Medlin, Harmon, Denson, Matt Richmond. That's the top 16. And then it's Simone, Harcum, McComas, Forns, Curry, Harden, Buckley, Fastenbetter, Kevin Jordan, Giberson, Jeremy Gibbs, and Derek Schimmel. So someone like Kevin Jordan would love to get a win right here. Someone who's really far off in the points, Kevin Jordan, about a 26-point gap. So, yeah, not something that he really wants to deal with. All the winners, though, only have 3 winners. Flanagan, Malarkey, and Donner, and Connor Darnell. All right, with that being said, across the line first, Exiled doing a good start, Rafferty and Medlin, both 1 and 2. Medlin had a considerably slower lap than Bobby, so he might be trying to shoot for a fast one. Kevin Jordan moves to the top of the charts. Give Kevin Jordan a little bit of a look right here. Bucher clocks in third. Exiled is smoking right now. They are going quick. 2, 3, and 4 is that team. Denson up to 5th, looking to really turn it around. He was amazing in Xfinity last season and in ARCA. Just really has not put it together so far this season. Harmon puts it to 4th. McComas in 7th, not too bad for McComas. Rafferty puts it back up on the pole. Denson moves up to 2nd, Kolb to 3rd. Kevin Jordan, I think, is one of the guys that is a legitimate threat to perhaps get the pole. And not improve. So Bobby will maintain the pole Alan Coons to second, Bucher to third. Flanagan clocks in his first lap at a 53.8 in the 6th position. Curry puts it on 13th, Harmon the 3rd. Ethan looking for a win. Make it 2 on the year. Likes Pocono. And was the best driver in practice, so will Ethan go back to the pole and put Rafferty back to second? No, he pulled it off. Wasn't going fast enough. Practiced the pit road entrance and does not want to enter pit road like that in the race. Malarkey doing his, start mid-pack, and I'll move up later. Giberson coming around for his final one. Got to improve. He's up in the 19th spot right now, so not looking good right now for the 32. Chat, I want to know, who do you think's going to win? Give me your picks. What do you got? And Giberson improves, but not enough to make a difference. Fassbender pulls off his number 7 as well. So it looks like Bobby is going to be on the pole. So while we wait for them to grid up, let's take a quick 30 seconds. All right, we are back on the Southern Broadcast Race Network, and it's going to be old Joe going to be alone today. Looks like in the broadcast booth. So my question is, where the hell is everybody for the broadcasting? I don't know. We're going to be alone today, so chat, keep me entertained. I'm just kidding. But would love to see y'all chat. And remember, I think it's 10K bits, and you can join us in the booth. So, I know some of you are saving bits out there. I just dropped something on the floor really fast. Uh-oh. I have to fix something real fast. Give me 10 seconds, guys. Got a chair that the wheels are falling off of. And, that's not really good for keeping the balance on the chair. And what happens is I'll be sitting unexpectedly and then almost falling over. We don't want that. So we're fixed up now. Here is the starting lineup. Bobby Rafferty, well, look at him. He's back on the pole, looking to get that first win. Alan Coons is going to be in second with one of the sponsors' cars. How about that? Zach Bucher is going to be fourth and Tim Arman third. It's going to be Denson in the fifth spot and Andrew Kolb sixth. Ethan Flanagan seventh and Kevin Jordan eighth. Justin Barkley ninth and Justin Malarkey 10th. John Nance 11th and Jeff Medlin 13th. Bo Dinger 14th or 13th. Colt Curry 14th. Matt Richmond 15th. Stephen McComb 16th. Michael Buckley 17th. Matt Forns 18th. Michael Giberson 19th. John Fassenbender 20th. Mike Simone 21st, Eric Warman 22nd, Chase Harden 24th, or 23rd. And that will be the lineup for tonight's race. All right, guys. I have my style rules wrong. Gotta make sure of that.
Green, green, green.
All right, time to get going. Here we go. Bobby Rafferty leads him down. Now, Pocono is a track where kind of can be hard to pass. Uh-oh, 3 wide already, and we're getting some bumps at the 1 and the 88. You can go about 3 wide when it comes into this area, but once you get down to turn 2, you get to the tunnel turn, you don't want to be 3 wide there. You can do 3 wide, but it's very, very sketchy. Everyone makes it through okay today, but Bobby Rafferty gets out quick, and so does Tim Harmon. With Denson, oh, 1 car loose. It is, oh my goodness, Malarkey just saved that. Justin Malarkey was pointing towards the infield grass, and he just saved that car. Wow. You don't really save that car that much when you're running with this. Oh my goodness. Amazing save there by Justin Malarkey. Probably not going to be happy getting hit that early. Lost 2 spots. Matt Thorns, by the way, what a first lap for him. He is already up 7 spots in his North Carolina Chevy. I prefer NC State, though, Matt. So, we'll just put that out there. But yeah, we're having a Pocono kind of start where you can get freight trained a lot. You know, if you're stuck on the inside or outside, it'd probably be in Denson's best interest right here to try to squeeze in somewhere. He's just going to lose spots with the draft. Everyone else has draft. They're just able to pull on him. He's not really able to. So if he can, yeah, get in there, take your losses, and try restarting it again. Battle right now, Kolb attempting to get in the inside, trying to pass. It ain't gonna work. And we're starting to get the kind of packs I talked about, where a few guys are gonna run away, then you have a few guys clumped together and a few guys more clumped together. There's the big pack everywhere behind there. As you can see, I'm going into turn 1. Separation comes here fast at Pocono. Just 4 laps in. And we already got a 2-second gap on some people. Now 4 laps, you know, you got to keep in mind that's still pretty fast. I mean, it's still long, as it's a 2.5 mile track. So we've already covered, at this point, 12.5 miles. Actually, just 10 miles, actually. But we're also on one of the longest straightaways in racing. You know, I'll ask you this, though. What is, you know, we'll have a quiz question today. That'll be the quiz question for today. What track in iRacing has the longest straightaway? It's not Pocono. I'll tell you that right now. But since it's the longest straightaway that NASCAR runs on, we'll just ask you this. What track has the longest straightaway in iRacing? That, well, I guess you could say Le Mans. But we're talking like, well, yeah, my brain going, "Er." But yeah, pretty much what happens with that is like, it's a permanent road course. Because technically you could say that, well, Le Mans is on some public road. So I guess a permanent racetrack. Permanent road course. Broaden it. Well, while Matt Fourn's quick run maybe falling off a bit, Eric Warman in just 6 laps, up 10 spots. Warman been really strong over the last 2 seasons, especially on the long runs where we have races with few cautions. That's where Warman's been looking really, really good. Got some teamwork action going on. We got Barkley and Chase Harden trying to make it around McComas. Pretty far back there. Just trying to, I would say, just wait it out, try to get up there, work together, maybe save a little bit of tires, hope for a caution. Pocono track, not really known for cautions, I would say. On a bad day, you typically don't get a lot of them. By the way, the stages are going to be at 25 and 50. They're going to have 2 25s and well, actually, you could say it's about a 25, a 22, or 21, and then about another 25, 26, 27. I'm going to drag up Isaac because he's dodging today. Isaac.
Yeah, what's up?
See, you're dodging to be crew chief today.
Yeah, I gotta play race control in case Chad has to leave.
I got you though, but I am wondering, what is the fuel like looking today?
27 laps or so. That's what they're all showing right now, and that's without tire wear. So tire wear and all, I would imagine if you can save and you're not shifting, you can maybe make it 29. So we should be able to make it to the stage.
So pretty much under the stage for every single stage.
Correct. I think the end of the race might be pushing it if it stays caution free.
You're probably just gonna have to just clutch it in whenever you get in there.
Yeah,
much.
correct. Mm-hmm.
I guess one question though is, who do you like tonight?
I'm gonna go for Harmon. Sitting P2
Harmon?
currently. We're looking for his first win here in Cup. It'd be pretty cool if you pull it off here in Pocono.
Kevin Jordan, I gotta tell him too. He looked really good in practice. He's looking good right now. Didn't qualify too great. I thought he would have qualified a lot better, but pushing his way up there, trying to get around Ethan, that would put him 4 spots up on the day. Kevin Jordan looks like he could be pretty good.
I broadcast a lot for Kevin Jordan, ran around a lot. His biggest issue is he's like me. He has some phenomenal short run speed. When it comes to long run, we can't stay tired. So I would predict here in about 5 laps till you start seeing Kevin Jordan kind of fall back a little bit.
All right.
But it'd be pretty cool if we see him win too.
Well, any 2 cents you want to put in the broadcast before you head out?
Only 2 cents I got put in is keep an eye on that 5 and 70. They already got some beef going on here tonight.
Oh, what happened with Chase and McComas?
Chase came up and he was clear. He kind of cut the nose off of Steven, and Steven wasn't too happy about it. So keep an eye on that. They might race each other a little
I
bit
must
extra
ask
harder.
you though, did you see Malarkey save?
Oh yeah, I was yelling at Barkley to go high, and he's over here in La La Land going low. And I was like, high, 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 and he just kept going low. And I'm like, all right, whatever, dude.
Yeah, that was a
But
good
film
save
on
by
track
Malarkey
conditions.
though. I've not seen many
No, it was a
saves like
phenomenal
that.
save. I had one in Kansas.
In the Cup car?
Oh no, in the trucks.
Trucks are much easier to save in these things, I'd say.
Once you learn when to kind of start counter steering it, every vehicle's pretty easy to save. At least when it comes to oval. I mean, I can save the Cup cars easily. I can save the truckers, Sandy. It's not really too much different to me.
All right. Well, have fun with the broadcast. Or not the broadcast, have fun with the race controls.
Will do.
See ya. All right, halfway through the stage, Bobby Rafferty still leads. Tim Harmon, though, in pursuit. As well as Ethan Flanagan. Bobby, you know, it took him a minute to figure things out, but looking a lot better with the Cup car. A lot more confident with the Cup car too. When I talked to him. You know, Pocono, one of his favorite tracks. I know he loves Indianapolis too. So, you know, don't discount Bobby at a track like Pocono. On these kind of tracks, Bobby, you can put him up there with some of the best in the league, and he'll do a good job. Jonathan Nance, early down pit road, very early down pit road. Not quite sure why he's coming down so early. Unless they can't make it. So John Nance is going to jack up 2 tires at least and obviously put fuel in the car. Yeah, Jonathan Nance, the only driver to pit so far. I'm actually surprised that he came down so early. If I was trying to make up spaces, what I would want to do is I would run the first stage like normal. Or, you know, try to get the positions up there. Because if there's a caution, it's gonna be tough. Like the strategy on this one's gonna be tough. You know, there's hardly gonna be enough really to make it there. I mean, if you're just having to get a splash of gas, maybe right side tires make sense. I mean, depending on the fall off. You get 4 tire sets, so there is a little bit you can run with the strategy. But, you know, it's a hard strategy to call. Ethan Flanagan, big run. It looked like Harmon almost hit the wall for a moment. You know, Harmon's sucking up to Bobby's draft. Not as much as he could, though. And John Nance still down pit road, so there must be an issue with the 8 car. Yeah, you know, the next stage is going to be shorter, so you'll probably be able to run that stage complete. The only thing is, I'm not sure if I'd want to pit early on here. So, you know, if I'm thinking here, I would say this is the stage to pit early, because you may not be able to make it the next stage. So I would say if I want an extra tire set, or even if I didn't want an extra tire set, I don't think pitting early in stage 2 is going to make a lot of sense. I'd say pit early this stage. You know, you're guaranteed the caution laps. If you can make it about 27 laps, just clutch it in, you'll probably be fine. I'd expect people to start coming down pit road at the last possible moment. Especially those that are in the rear. I'd say the best idea right now is if you're not in the stage points, pit. Pit on the lap before the pit road closes. Ooh, Kevin Jordan, Ethan nearly got into it. Those two have been working up quite good together. Getting up here. Up five positions, them both. And they're guys that were really, really good in practice. Didn't qualify good, either of them. Now, Kevin Jordan wants that first win. Winless in the Cup Series. Was pretty decent at times, but not amazing last year. Go on board with Kevin for a lap. See what he sees. Man, Kevin Jordan got a perfect run out of the corner. He's looking amazing right now. He even made a little bit of a mistake, but he just fired it in there. One thing I'm interested really quick is we're going to look at Bobby. I want to see how his wheel inputs are compared to Kevin's. Because Kevin looks like he's really treating the tires good. They look pretty similar. Had to steer a little bit more because he went low, it looks like Kevin did. But Kevin got out to a good little bit out there. Kewins and Bucher going at it. Side by side. This is going to be for 5th. Ooh, Bucher. Big smack to Kewins. And that 60 is slowing down. Not what you want to see in the tunnel turn, but that's kind of what happens in the tunnel turn. I'm going to quickly look at Kewins. I doubt he has a meatball. No, he doesn't. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see if he has any damage in the cockpit. Yeah, looks normal. All right, we got the pitters coming down. Simone May came down a lap too soon, in my opinion. He's going to have to stretch it 30 laps, but you got to keep in mind that there's going to be a cautions, too. And really struggling on pit road. He might go a lap down at this rate. Yeah, Bobby comes off of the turn. Already been on pit road for 37 seconds. So, yeah, not what Mike needed. And does he have a penalty? He does have a penalty. Too fast on pit road. So Mike might go 2 laps down in this situation. Still down pit road. Stephen McComas does come down pit road and entered it quite quickly. No black, however, for Stephen McComas. Now Stephen's going to be the interesting guy to look at so we can get an accurate pit reading time. I would say it's going to be close because he was pretty far back at the time. Bobby comes off of 4 or 3. Yeah, and if you're... Is Stephen black flagged? No, he's just sitting there. Odd. Stephen comes off pit road and Maybe pitting under green ain't the best idea. So McCollum is 62 seconds on pit road, but had a 25-second stop. So, you know, if you minus about half that stop, 62 minus about 12, about a 50-second time on pit road. You know, lapping today, right now our best laps are 53s. Our last laps are about 54s. So, you know, we're falling off about a second. You can maybe afford to pit from this position if you're, I would say, within 4 or 5 seconds of the leader. You still need the time to, you know, get on pit road, get off pit road, and probably losing more time than 50 seconds because you have to slow down and get back up to speed. But it looks like everyone's going to make it as pit road is closed. Bobby is going to be looking to get the stage win. White flag on the stage, 1 lap to go. Bobby Rafferty leads him down. Kevin Jordan had a great run in this one. Eric Warman, too, up 12 spots. Fastenbender up 8 right now. Same with Chase Harden. They've been looking good. They're not going to get any stage points out of it. But they're moving through a track that is, at times, pretty difficult to pass. Bobby Rafferty leads them down into tunnel turn. And we'll take him to 3. For the final time of stage 1. Bobby Rafferty will win stage 1. Kevin Jordan on a quick charge, but just not enough. Going to be 2nd, Ethan 3rd, Harmon 4th, Euchre 5th, Denson 6th, Kolb 7th, and Dinger will be fighting for that ace spot. Just not enough. Caution is out. Bobby Rafferty wins stage 1. We'll take a quick break and be right back on the Southern Broadcast Race Network.
Been the first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
All right, we're back. Time for pit stops. We'll dial up Bobby when everything is said and done on the pit road. See what he has to say about stage 1. And see what he has to say. Bobby definitely wouldn't be a bad pick today. And very good at tracks like this. All right. Time to go down pit road. Pit crews are ready. The only one that I think will stay out will be most likely Mike Simone for the wave around. Here they come down pit road. Down pit road they come. Coleman stays out, Nance stays out. Don't look like Simone did though. Here they come. Down pit road they all come. Gonna be a 4-tire stop for pretty much everyone. One car, blue car, overshot the box. No real advantage for being the #1 stall here. Maybe a little bit. Bobby gets an amazing run off of it. Euchre, Flanagan, Warman, Richmond, Barkley, Kolb, Denson, Medlin, Malarkey, Kewins. Kevin Jordan falls all the way. I think he was the car that overshot his box, so he's going to have to run through the field again. And I'm wondering, was there an incident on pit road perhaps that I missed? Oh yeah, a lot of cars had overshot their boxes. 95 did, the 2 did, the 88 did, another, man, a lot of cars. Wow. All right, well, let's chit chat. Oops. There we go.
He went in at what lap?
Hello?
Hello?
You good?
Yep, I'm good.
All right. Well, first stage, pretty dominant. You know, we know you like this track, like Pocono and Indianapolis. How's things feeling today for the first stage?
Things actually feel really, really good. It's definitely a little bit of fuel saving in that first stage. This stage here, though, I think we should be able to get on it a little bit more and not have to worry so much about fuel conservation. But
Kind of
no,
weird for the last stage, though.
There's no way you're going to be able to gain the extra laps, I don't think, on that last stage. I think everybody's going to have to come down and pit. So, but we'll see what happens. You know my track record with strategy. When I try to make a strategy call, it doesn't work, and when I don't make a strategy call, it doesn't work. So we're just gonna go for broke and see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you, one thing I was thinking is, you know, if people were to pit, they would stay on the lead lap. It's actually not the case. To my calculations, you pretty much, if you're gonna early pit, you know, before the end of the stage, you pretty much got to be like right next to the leader.
Yep, absolutely. But before you let me head back down, I just want to give a shout out to Cutscene and Ancient World Gaming, all of our partners. Appreciate everything they do for us, and cool to have 2 of these exiled cars up front right now, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Jeff Medlin making some moves too.
Yep.
So we'll see how Jeff can do too. But yeah, good luck on the start of the second stage. And well, if you win the second one, well, you'll get another trip up here. So
Absolutely. Have a good broadcast, my friend.
all right, good luck.
Am I back?
There you go. Couldn't find his channel. All right, here we go. Stage 2.
Green, green, green.
He's led pretty much all the laps. Malarkey way down on the bottom. I wonder what happened with him. But it's a 2-car breakaway with Bobby and Ethan. Ethan going down low on Bobby. Uh-oh, Ethan gets a little close to him. Looked like he may have to back out a little bit. He had such a good run, but Bobby was there, and he did not want to get in a wreck. Eric Warman up to 3rd. Too wide in the tunnel turn. Everything seems fine to start. But now if you're on the bottom, it's mission get in line, because you don't want to be stuck out there. Bucher makes his way back up to second. Denson tries to get the gain off of the corner. Won't happen though. Just want to get in there, get the draft off warm, and then get in the fifth. Kolb looking outside, but he's going to have to commit though if he wants to make the move. Won't happen. I'll be running the slighter lower line than Zach Bucher. Kevin Jordan got a monster run off the corner. The problem is that draft is going to kind of affect him a bit. He's going to end up falling back if he cannot get the pass on the inside, and he will. Medlin doesn't want to have a part of that. Backs off, and it allows Vinger to get up there too. Vinger going to get by on the inside, and now it's going to be Medlin. Back down to 10th. A lot of side-by-side going on in the bottom of the track, in the bottom of the field. Everybody running pretty straight. Except back there, everyone getting pretty antsy, wanting to make the moves. Horns looks like he'll be fine, gets back into the position. Chase Harden looks down low. Might be able to get under Buckley there. It's the one place where you can really get a good advantage, getting on the inside and the tunnel turn. Chase just needs to get a good run on the bottom. Might be able to pass Buckley. If he can't do it here, though, Chase is going to be... Oh, wiggle, little bit of a wiggle from Buckley. A little bit of wiggle from Chase. Aston Better looking out. 3 wide. Uh-oh, caution flag. And Chase is going to go around. Ooh. Uh-oh, that is not going to be good. Okay, so there was a caution. I believe it was for Andrew Kolb. And Chase not going to be happy about that one. What happened there? Ooh. Looked like, well, yeah, Chase went to avoid and ended up spinning himself. Looked like it was between the 95 and the 88. Ooh. Can't really tell what happened there. Yeah, I don't know yet. 88 trying to side draft and just pretty much spins the 95 out on the straightaway. No damage really for either driver. But if you're a guy in the rear, I gotta tell you, pit right now. You know, it's not that many laps on the tires. Yeah, granted, we've only had a few racing laps. But if you're Kolb or Jordan, especially if you're Kevin Jordan right now, you just lit up your tires. Pit. If it had been a little bit longer, maybe the answer would be more clear. But Kevin Jordan should pit. 100% he should pit. He lit up the tires, he should pit. I don't really see anyone else that would be pitting. Hello, Miss Weeks. How you doing today? Got your team up front. Bet you're happy right now. All right, and the back half of the field is going to pit. Andrew Kolb and back. Question is, are they going to get tires? I mean, we're going to have enough to make it on fuel, for sure. So everyone's thinking, yeah, we got a set to burn. I mean, may as well burn it. It's going to be tires on pretty much everybody. Looks like only fuel on a couple cars. Yeah, so fuel for a couple, but tires for some others. Don't really see a point in kind of coming in there just for fuel, but all right. Yeah, we're doing well. Wonder where all the chatters are today. That's my question. Yeah, they're doing good right now. Bobby won the first stage, is leading right now. Bucher's second. And we got Medlin in eighth. They're doing pretty good. Bobby loves this track. So he's always a threat at tracks like this in Indianapolis. Who do you got of the AWG cars of the team? Who's winning? Who's going to be the best AWG finishing car today? Is it going to be Bobby, Zach, or Jeff? Yes, I'm asking you to pick favorites. All right. Time to get back going. Long pace laps. I think Bobby has the experience all of the track. Think he will be tough to beat. So you're picking Bobby out of the AWG guys. All right. Yeah, I know you're in the Discord. Should join up in the commentary booth.
Green, green, green.
Uh-oh, Jeff Medlin had a bad start. Really stacked up. Oh, man, just big stack up behind on the restart. Splits the field. Kevin Jordan looks out there. And, man, both sides just did not go on that restart. Bobby gets out to the start and back to the lead. Pocono restarts, they can be chaotic. You can go 3, 4, even maybe 5 wide on this track. You don't really see it that often, but it can happen. Ethan splits the two AWG cars. Ethan gonna look high. Bobby got a little bit on the apron, but it's all right. Warman gonna be looking under Zach Bucher. Doesn't have the pace to get down there though. The two fastest cars, I believe, today, Bobby and Ethan. Ethan was fastest in practice. Bobby fastest in qualifying. Don't leave out Eric Warman either. He's been slowly, well, actually, he's been quickly pretty much getting his way through the pack, up 18 spots. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, let us know. We might be trying out a new guy tomorrow, so if things go to plan, we'll be running that tomorrow. So I haven't met him yet, so we'll meet him tomorrow. Jeremy has it planned. He tells me, "Hey, you're running with this guy." Big. All right, we'll have fun. Good breakaway from Zach is Ethan and Bobby, and only a 13 to go in the stage. These two have had a little bit of history together. The All-Star race in particular. I would not say these two are fond of each other, but maybe things have been changed. Looks like Ethan had the back out there, though. He did not get a good run out of turn 2. Ethan is a guy, though. He'll put you on. He'll put on the pressure. He's gonna make you work for it every single lap. Ethan looks high. Maybe he's gonna try a crossover. Gets a little bit better of a run off of the track than Bobby. He's gonna have a run on the tunnel turn. He's gonna be able to get side by side with him if he wants it in the 2. He has the opportunity if he wants it. Not going to take it, though. The problem for Ethan, though, not taking that opportunity, is the aero push. And you can just see how much time Ethan lost. Due to that in just one corner. It really lights up your tires, too, so... Now, if Ethan is faster, he's going to want to get around Bobby rather quickly. I wouldn't want to be, putting around behind Bobby. You want to get around him and then force him to do the same thing to you. Off that corner, he's just, he's losing a little bit more time. Not going to be as close as he was last time. Thinks about it still. Gonna duck the nose under just a little bit more. He's really losing speed on exit. Stays closer. Oh, Bobby in the wall. Just a little bit of a tap, though. Ethan wants to give his nose clean air. Oh, there's the crossover. Bobby goes high. And Ethan going to get the run down the straightaway, but doesn't have the speed. The problem for Ethan is right there. He should have ducked back in to get the draft and then ducked back out. Can't do that. His best shot's going to be in 2, I think. Now Ethan has another problem. It's that Zach's coming up, and I don't know if I would want to deal with him either. Oh God, we just yawned real bad. Andrew Kolb looking under for 11th. Tight and just can't move, and that's what happens when you get kicked out in the inside. You just can't really do a whole lot. He's going to probably fall back behind Tim Harmon, as he will. Yeah, Ethan going to try high again. He's going to get the run off the high side. Ethan really needs this to pull out. I think he can do it in 2. He's not really giving it a try, though. Force him to be uncomfortable. Maybe force him into a mistake. One car just made a mistake. I think that looked like Eric Warman. Ooh, yeah, he really walloped the wall. Bang! The Warman will lose the position to Jacob Denson, who's pretty much caught Zach Bucher. One car off the track, Stephen McComas. He is speeding. He's going to be black flagged for sure. Yet, speeding on pit road for Stephen McComas. We'll put him a lap down. Ethan really loose off the corner. Good save. And I think it's really biting him in the butt now where, Ethan wasn't going for the opportunities earlier. He keeps on catching up to Bobby. Can't get by Bobby, though. And I think what's going on with Ethan is he's burning his stuff up now. Because when you're behind a car like that, you got to do more when you have that dirty air. The car does not have the downforce it did. I mean, these cars don't have much downforce to begin with. But, whatever. I mean, put it this way. You're still going rather fast, so the car is going to be planted at least somewhat. But, these things don't have as much downforce as a truck or an Xfinity car. You're not going to feel the effects as much. Ethan gets the run. A little bit loose. Bobby was a little bit loose too. Just still can't do it. Cohen's been on pit road for over a minute. A minute long pit stop. Hopefully McComas, he won't go 2 laps down at least. This is what we talk about Ethan though. He makes you work for it. He makes you run hard every lap. Doesn't matter what position you're in. He's gonna make you work for it. He's gonna make you earn it. Only a couple laps to go on the stage. Pretty much the best battle we have still would be the 77 and the 35. Ooh, one car getting jammed a little bit. That's Kevin Jordan fighting with Justin Barkley. Actually, that'd be Bo Dinger he's fighting with. Really, the only side-by-side battle right now. You can see Kevin Jordan whips it in just so much better. On the bottom, he's going to have to run, though, with the two-wheel. Might be able to put him side-by-side again and get in the bottom in the tunnel turn. Just ain't going to work there for the two. Kevin Jordan recovering well up to 6th, and those new tires probably helping out a little bit too. Can't imagine he's running too much quicker. Last lap times. And Kevin Jordan still can't really give a great assessment because of just the draft and where you are in terms of the cars. I think he might be able to pick off Warman though before the stage is done. Ethan might have a chance here. If I'm Ethan, I'm telling him, get inside of Bobby. Still not doing anything. Has to run a higher line, forced to run a higher line, loses a car length or two. Bobby, you can't really phase him too much. When you're behind him, you really got to get side by side with Bobby. You got to try your best to make him uncomfortable. I'm really shocked, though, that Ethan has really not tried any kind of pass into the tunnel turn. I think Ethan is better in the tunnel turn. If he just tries to get down there. He's not trying. He's sticking behind him, and it's frustrating to watch. Sometimes. He really needs to try a pass in turn 2. It's not working anywhere else. White flag on the stage. We do, however, have a side-by-side battle, but has fallen back. That was Bo Dinger, who's really lost some spots in the last couple of laps. Kevin Jordan made it back up to 5th. The battle for the final stage point will be Jeff Medlin. I think he should hang on just fine. Medlin thought about it on Barkley, backed out. Ooh, Jeff Medlin really loose. Well, off the final turn, it's going to be Bobby Rafferty taking the second stage. Side by side, Bucher loses it at the line, goes back to 4th. Kevin Jordan, good recovery. And Medlin hangs on for 8th. Caution is out. Stage 2 complete. We'll be right back on the Southern Broadcast Race Network.
First thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
Thank you to all the sponsors who make this league possible. Well, Miss Weeks, by the way, don't go anywhere because we'll be bringing up Bobby for an interview. So don't go anywhere. I'll tell him you're in there. We're going to be bringing up Bobby and Ethan once pit stops are completed. Bobby because he won the stage, and Ethan because I'm frustrated with him. He's my team owner in trucks, so... You know, I'll tell you what, though. I had a good time with Tony and Shake and Bake. Won a championship with those guys. Came runner-up twice. But, you know, had a good time with them. And eventually, you know, maybe we'll get Ethan a victory. We haven't... He put me on a scheme for a lot of Xfinity races. We didn't get a win with any of those. Got him on alternate schemes last season. But maybe we'll get them one this season, hopefully. All right, down pit road they come. Bobby Rafferty leads him down, looking for his first win in the Cup Series. Nance stays out, surprisingly. Actually, I'm a little interested to think about it. Nance trying to get the track position, and he's probably going to pit early in the stage. So, well, actually, Nance hasn't even made it around the track yet, so I don't know, maybe not. All right, off pit road, Bobby, Flanagan, Jensen, Jordan, Bucher had trouble on pit road. Jeff Medlin gets up to 5th. Tim Harmon 6th. Bodinger 7th. Matt Richmond 8th. Kolb 9th. Bucher 10th. All right, let's bring up for the second time today. He might get a trifecta of interviews today.
I appreciate it. I'm shocked that's the fastest lap right now with the way the draft is. I would have thought it would have been a low 60, high 50.
You've been moved. Hello.
What's up?
Well, we got Miss Weeks in the chat, so say hi to her.
She's in that chat and she's in my chat. So
very
she's all over the
dedicated.
place tonight. Absolutely,
Very,
she's
very
the best.
dedicated. Well, Ethan was giving you a little bit of a run.
Yeah, definitely.
How are you feeling about this final stage, especially with the 35 getting really close up to you a lot of times?
Just play it by ear. I mean, the draft is primo here.
Yep.
So, you know, we'll just play it by ear. I'm not gonna sit here and say we're gonna win. We're not gonna win. Whatever happens, happens. The way my season's gone, you know, I've finished 2 races, finished second in both, and I wrecked out of 2. So
Fuel's gonna be an interesting strategy too.
Yeah, we gotta just finish the race. So that's the goal here.
All right, well, good luck. Let's see what happens.
All right, appreciate it. Have a good rest of the stream. Hopefully I'll be talking to you later.
Yeah, you might get the trifecta today.
We'll see what happens.
See ya. All right, now let's get Ethan so I can yip at him. Ethan, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
All right, well, you were trying real hard to get around Bobby. Didn't work out. What needs to change for this final stage?
I gotta make him make a mistake.
The one thing I noticed about you is there was one turn you never tried to put it in, and it was the tunnel turn. Why were you never trying the tunnel turn?
Because I don't find it a great idea to make a pass there on somebody who's also fast and you're probably gonna be racing with for the rest of the season. It's probably a bad idea.
So
maybe on the last
a
lap.
mistake might happen.
Yeah, or just hard racing creates wrecks and contact, stuff like that.
Well, here's a question: do you think, fuel-wise, you're going to be good enough to get it to the end?
Maybe. It depends on if we have to save or not from a caution or something.
All right.
Anyway,
well, good luck.
Thank you.
Let's see if you can get the second win. Let's go. Which one are you in? Ratfink. There we go. All right. Time to get going once again. Bo the Show Dinger. Where is he? He is in sixth right now. Well, it is time for the final stage. Good run on the restart by both Bobby and Ethan. Ethan has a push from Kevin Jordan 2. Ethan might take the lead into turn 1. Ethan flying right now. Bobby, I don't know if he'll have the run here. Bobby's going to be stuck on the inside. Bobby's not going to have the line. He knows that the bottom just isn't good today, and Bobby's going to fall back. Ethan takes the lead into 2. And now the mission is get back up in line. Kevin Jordan going to follow the draft of Ethan. Kevin Jordan very, very quick. And passing a ton of cars today. And Bobby still stuck on the bottom. As Kevin Jordan will take the draft from Ethan Flanagan, Bobby moves down, try to just collect whatever he can as they go back to turn 1. Finally, thoughts in, we'll get in the 4th. Jacob Denson gets in the 3rd. Bo Dinger looks on the high side with Medlin behind. 2 by 2 as they go back to the 2nd straightaway. Kevin Jordan got really loose, and I think he hit the wall. Side by side into the tunnel turn. And Kevin Jordan can have some guys to contend with 3 wide as they go in the tunnel. Oh, no! That looked like Jacob Denson loose off the corner, going to be slow. And that will put him back down to 4th at least. Ooh. Real loose there, hit the concrete. Not good for Denson, and I think he might have damage. He's falling back a ton right now. I think he may have had another incident. He's riding the wall. Yeah, something's definitely going wrong on the 79. He's falling all the way to the rear. And it could be day done for the 79. Ethan, big gap. And now it's time to get the chase on. Ethan. Gonna have the big gap as they're all starting to spread out. Jeff Medlin gets in the line. He finally falls into 8th. Restart worked out very, very well for Ethan. That's the advantage of being on the high side. Buchel can recover in 9th. Trying to draft off Harmon. Might pass his teammate there. Jeff will let him in. And give him a nice big old push down the second straightaway. Right now, the gap is 1 second, and you're at that point where you may not get the draft. Bobby's going to have to get there at least the first 2/10 back on pace, and right now, the pace is not there. Still maintains 1 second as everybody else zooms on by. Pretty much single file. Bucher making good moves already up to 8th, looking to get around Bodinger. Has to slap back in though. Bobby's made about a 10th up. But has to worry about Kevin Jordan all over his rear bumper, giving him a push. It looks like Kevin Jordan may have hit the wall slightly. We'll rewind just a real quick to that corner. Yeah, it looks like someone did hit the... Oh, it was net code, it looked like. I think if you're Kevin Jordan, though, you got to think big picture. It's gonna... I don't know. If you can take an opportunity to pass Bobby, sure, do it, but you're not going to win the race if you can't catch Ethan. You're running out of his draft. You're slowing each other down. And on such a draft-dependent track like this, a 1 second gap is quite a lot. He may be having a old Larson day. Win both stages and finish second. I know Bobby would not want that. But at least with points, he's going to be doing good. You know, here's the thing. We all hate finishing second. First was that close. But in the grand scheme of things, at least points-wise, you have a good points day. Helps you with the big picture. But that small picture, you know, you want that win. And Ethan had a problem. I think he may have slapped the wall coming out of 1. Ooh. He didn't. He had to really back out. And he lost almost a half a second. That's going to allow Bobby to come and get that draft. It's going to be interesting. Now, the other thing I just want to point out is on the final caution lap, half the field did come down pit road. So right now, of those drivers, the best driver is Harmon. I'm not sure if these guys are going to be able to make it. It's going to be extremely, extremely close. But if the difference is 1 lap, keep an eye on Tim Harmon, who is flying right now in 6th spot. He is higher than any of the other guys who had pitted in that situation. The other one is Kewins in 11th place. And this is how much draft matters, as Bobby, in the course of just a lap or two, has pretty much taken a half a second out of Ethan. But when they were running before, a second back, he couldn't really do anything. Kevin Jordan up there too. You had some hungry drivers up there. I'd say the top 4 behind Ethan. So Rafferty, Jordan, and Kolb. You got a lot of guys who want wins. Rafferty and Jordan want their first Cup win, and Kolb wants his first win in over a year. Kevin Jordan loose and barely maintains the position. Chops the nose off Andrew Kolb. Kolb so dominant in the Gen 6 years. But just with this Cup car, just hasn't put together a race to win it. He's been close a couple times, but he desperately wants that 88 to get in the victory lane. A lot of people like Andrew Kolb. It'd be a popular win to see someone who is so dominant, get back to victory lane. All right. Bobby falls a little bit off of Ethan this time. He's fallen back about a tenth of a second, but he should get that back. The difference between what was happening last stage and this stage is Ethan didn't really have anybody on his rear. Bobby does. And Kevin Jordan is someone who's going to be really willing to get in there and fight you hard. Ethan moves down to protect against the draft, but inadvertently helps out Bobby. I don't know, he may want to bait Bobby in a way where you could kind of want him to go follow you and then end up giving up the high side. Kevin Jordan looks low, but won't have the run on the corner. $16 laps to go at Pocono. Now, we got the swervy line going right now. The big old snake or worm or whatever you want to call it. Kevin Jordan, whoa! Into Bobby, and Kolb is going to split him 3 wide. Almost had to back out of it. Here comes Malarkey now. Kevin Jordan, big mistake there. Got really, really tight and nearly put Bobby in the wall. Malarkey, big beneficiary though. He is up to 4th. Kolb goes back to 5th. Tim Harmon now looking on the bottom. He's going to go and get past Kolb. Kolb going to be the biggest loser. He backed out of that. He could have maybe had 2nd. Let's take a look at that again. I'd like to get a look at what happened there. Kevin Jordan just running his line and gets tight. Kolb shouldn't have backed out of that. But sometimes in racing, the person who does the right thing, or at least maybe seems like it might be the right thing, usually doesn't end up too well. He could have definitely put that 3 wide, and I think he could have made it stick. He might be kicking himself when he looks at the replay. Oh, Kolb, big dive bomb into the turn. Nearly takes out Malarkey. And it's getting, Bucher in the wall. It's getting real spicy up in the front in the top 6 and 7. Ethan builds up a little bit of a lead once again. Malarkey, who just came out of nowhere, is now going to make the pass and take second. Harmon looking low too. Harmon getting a little loose. Probably could have slotted up and take fourth. Well, guess what? Harmon's going to fall back now. He's going to fall back to down to sixth. Cole makes his way back up to fourth. Bobby falls back to third with Malarkey leading this pack with Ethan out to a 1 second lead. And that is good for Ethan because they can't get the draft off him, so they're going to have to catch him at least a few tenths on pure pace. 13 to go this time by. And the thing Ethan likes to see too is that, you know, Bobby, very fast car, is going to be falling back. And he has a teammate behind him too. So I don't think a teammate's really going to do anything stupid. Malarkey's still going to fight for the win. You know, he's a guy where, you know, you don't really pay attention to him for the first half of the race, or even three-fourths of the race. But coming through like he always does, he'll come up for the last quarter and be in there for the fight. Tim Harmon under Bobby and Jordan under Zach. Jordan falls back and Jordan, Kevin Jordan around. A little bit of a mistake coming on the pit road. So what that is telling me is Kevin Jordan, I don't think he has a meatball. No, he doesn't. So what I'm getting at is Kevin Jordan may not have enough fuel to make it to the end. He did light up the tires a bit. And I'm thinking maybe the call here could be right side tires only. Fuel into the car, the 95. They are going to put on left sides. And Kevin Jordan, artificially long stop, as he did lose a couple seconds on the entrance. But he is going to end up in clean air, so that's good for Kevin Jordan. 11 laps to go now as Malarkey trying to just get whatever he can off his teammate, but it's not going to work. Kolb up to second place. Ethan, though, looking good and strong. Bobby's falling back to sixth. Harmon and Dinger about to get into it. Leaning on each other coming through one. They all pretty much straightened out. Ethan is alone. Here's a good view of the gap. Kevin Jordan was the only one who had pitted, though. So I'm thinking the strategy here for a lot of these guys is, you know, we'll come down and, you know, we'll wait as long as we have to before we have to take fuel. We're going to head up the tower real quick. Look at the last lap times. Ethan falls back to third. What happened to Ethan? I think Ethan just hit the wall. What on earth happened to Ethan? Oh! I think he misshift. He got stuck in neutral. He got stuck in neutral. The gear wouldn't catch. Trying to save fuel, downshifting. It cost him the lead and over a second gap. He's trying to save fuel, but Andrew Kolb leads Pocono. Kevin Jordan, by the way, lapping about a half a second faster now, but I'm not sure if it's going to be good enough when it comes down to the end. You know, all the time you take on the tires, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough for Kevin Jordan to get back. Kevin Jordan has been out there 3 laps, so I don't know. It's going to be close, though. Right now, the driver that has been out there the longest, well, actually, the driver still that has that extra lap in the tank is Harmon in 9th. But Richmond ain't too far behind. Well, actually, that's not Richmond, that's Coons in 11th. Does have a good gap to Coons, though. 8 laps to go from Pocono. Andrew Cole, man, he would love a win. Malarkey and Ethan just hit the wall. It's been over a season since Andrew last won in the 11 car. And he is getting the gap out now. 7 laps to go. Kevin Jordan still knocking some time out. But I just don't think it's going to be enough on tires, at least. It's going to be a splash and go if they do need to pit. And you're looking at maybe 3 seconds stopped on pit road. Maybe 4 at worst if you're trying to get in a little bit extra in case a caution comes out. So if that does happen, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Ooh. Bobby makes his way back up to 4th. Ethan in front, Medlin behind. Medlin having a good day today. Hanging in the top 10 all day. But Andrew Cole, man, he is putting on a show. He got his gap, and maybe some good karma, too, backing out of that. Who knows? Bobby looks inside of Ethan. Coming into turn 2. Ethan will let him on by. Bucher goes under Medlin. An easy pass in there for Bucher. Ethan down pit road. And now it's going to start getting interesting. It's going to be a splash and go. And Ethan was saving too, it looked like. So if Ethan can't make it, I don't know. But here's the thing. Ethan was alone the whole race of this stage pretty much. He got back there for a little bit, but you know, you're going to save a little bit of fuel. So it's going to be interesting. Ethan down pit road. Let's see how long he'll be on pit road. Gas only, it looks like it'll be for the 35. 5.5 seconds of fuel. And now it's going to be interesting. Where does Kevin Jordan... Oh, yeah, Kevin Jordan's nowhere even near him. So that's going to be a big, big gap between those two. Andrew Cole bleeds the way. And he's pretty much untouchable right now with 4 laps to go. It might be a battle for that 2nd and 3rd spot. Maybe 4th and 5th. But unless they run out of fuel, I don't know. Keep an eye on Harmon, though. He is still the best driver with that extra lap in the trunk. Still 0.8 the gap, and you're getting in that area now where you're going to start getting draft, but you're also getting that arrow push too. Bobby goes down low, a little bit loose from Zach. And Bobby easy on the inside. Going to get around Malarkey. 3 to go this time around. Still no one pitting. Oh, Zach in the wall. Zach in the wall, and that's going to allow Medlin to get on by, maybe help out Bo as well. Maybe tough for Bo to get around, though. Yeah, Zach falling off real bad right now. Bo won't have the run, but yeah, he's gonna get stuck on the inside now. Zach's gonna have help with the draft. Well, Bobby is running down Cole, but I think just a little bit. He ran quite a bit faster than he did last time around. 2 to go. And it's getting to be that time where you're crossing your fingers hoping you can make it. I'm questioning what happened with Ethan and Jordan of the pit road strategy. Unless they're going to have to pit on the white flag lap. I'm really wondering right now. It's going to be a sketchy end of the finish because, man, everyone is going to be on fumes coming to the end. Considering Kolb's downshifting and powering through, I think he might have enough. Oh, big slap! Jeff Medlin in the wall. Keeps on moving, though, in 4th. This is the gap. Andrew Kolb looking for his first win in over a year. White flag comes down. 1 lap to go at Pocono. Andrew Kolb leads by about 6/10, I'd say. As we go into 1, Bobby just continues to try to close in. Stays a little bit below the draft. Andrew Kolb still good off turn 1 and 2. Or just 1. Firing it down the first back straightaway. And I think the gap is good enough to, as long as no mistakes are made, Andrew Kolb is going to finally get that next-gen win. Bobby won both stages and going to pick up his 3rd second of the year. So close so far again. But Andrew Kolb, off the final corner, he's finally going to win in the next-gen car. He wins at Pocono. That's one I'd like to see right there. Happy to see that for Andrew. Been a struggle for a long time in this car. And he's back to the winning ways. Ethan and Kevin were the only guys that pitted, by the way. Bobby 2nd. Justin 3rd. Medlin going to be 4th. Richmond 5th. Zach Bucher 6th. Dinger, yeah, they're all running out of fuel. Harmon 8th. Hewins 9th. Jonathan Nance. Good recovery for John. Is going to be in 10th spot. They had to have run out of fuel really quickly. Yeah, I mean, it looked like Bobby pretty much ran out at the line. Pretty much ran out of the line right there. Andrew Kolb, though, finally runs out. And it looked like maybe, I would say, he had about a half a lap extra. That's all he needed. And who's going to be giving him the old push? Going to be old Justin Barkley. Push him to victory lane. No victory donuts tonight for Andrew, but I don't think he'll mind that. Barkley, I think, is one of those cars that stayed out. Just a little bit more. And, well, Andrew Kolb, the winner today. All right, time to get some interviews. And, who better first than Andrew Kolb? Andrew, finally done it in the next gen. How about it?
Yeah, it's about time. It's about time.
So, coming through the final bit, there was that little incident where you could have put it 3 wide, backed out, went to sixth, and then some chips started falling your way, and you just got it out to that lead. And how was it for that last stage?
Yeah, so last stage, that was fun. Yeah, I didn't want to take it 3 wide there, but when I saw it part, I didn't think they were going to come back together so quick. So that's why I jumped out because I didn't want to cause any more damage to anybody. So luckily that nothing bad happened from that, and then thankfully Justin let me by, and I was able just to go from there. I don't know what happened with Ethan.
He uh he misshift. He shifted into neutral and couldn't get out of neutral.
Ah.
But he also pitted for fuel, so I'm wondering what happened with him.
Yeah, I knew he did that, but I didn't know what was the issue in turn, coming out of one there that caused him the problem. But hey, good for me.
Well, just over the last, year, it's been a struggle in these next gen cars. I mean, how much does it mean to really just get a win in these things?
Um, you know, it means enough. I they're a struggle with you know, just it's hit or miss. Like one run it's great, the next run it's not. So just stay in the balance. The car felt good tonight, so hopefully I can maintain that throughout the rest of the year. And it has been a struggle though. I'll give you that.
All right. Well, hey, good win. Finally got the next gen win in the bag. What do you got for shoutouts?
Rock Bottom Golf, TMJ, you guys for putting everything on. Relentless, everybody that is part of this. Appreciate it. Thank you. Good run tonight.
All right. Well, good job on finally getting that next gen win. Have a good night, man.
Appreciate it.
Good job.
Thanks, you too.
All right. Well, he gets the trifecta for the interviews, but another second today.
Yep.
Seems like it.
Apparently, this is my quote unquote, I'm going to dominate the league like I was kept being told. Haha. Yep. Dominating. Is what
Well,
it is. Congrats to Andrew. He saved fuel, and, it. It's my favorite thing in the world, fuel strategy.
now, did you run out at the line? It looked like.
I ran out coming out of 3.
Oh wow.
I ran out coming out of 3. She started sputtering. It just, it's frustrating. It's definitely frustrating. And then, after Tascuba, Charlotte, and Bristol are probably two of my worst tracks. So, I was really looking forward to this one, and just I can't get the job done. Apparently, I got to get right.
Well, I was talking about this earlier, and I was thinking about it too, because we talked yesterday. We both come into the booth frustrated at coming in second for today and yesterday. But big picture, 3 seconds. I mean, that is a bucket load of points, though.
Yeah, it is, but those two unfortunate mishaps between Talladega and Iowa really, really put us in a hole. I think I was at one point all the way down to like 22nd or 23rd in points. So, we're
You were sitting
sitting,
12th, but you're probably going to
yeah,
improve.
we bumped up to 10th place. I mean, we're still a boatload of points behind. I gotta get a win to secure my slot in the playoffs. Because a lot of stuff is gonna happen. I think. Like I said, I gotta get right. I'm not performing the way I should.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like everything just went wrong. In the third stage. The restart and then you get pushed back to like fourth. Had a little incident with Kevin Jordan, and then you know, maybe if you had a little bit more time and everyone had to pit, maybe something would have happened. But you know, overall, he ran a good race. Just unfortunately, just wrong things happened at the wrong time.
Yeah, I mean it's the nature of this series. That last stage, it's everybody throws as many haymakers as they can, and I gotta start getting used to that and get a little bit more aggressive. I think because you know me trying to be a little bit more patient is just it's not working out. So
Yeah. The other problem with
there's
Pocono too.
things. Well, it's not even just a Pocono thing. It's just everybody realizes we got that short sprint to the end, and it's go time and run. So
Yeah.
just like I said, just gotta get a little bit more aggressive, which is kind of against my nature, but that's one of the things I gotta work on. I know a few other things that still need improvement, and we'll just continue to work on them and get better as the season goes on.
Yeah, and Pocono being one of those tracks, it can be hard to advance positions, even if you are a faster car. But hey, good job tonight. 2 stage wins and a second. What do you got for shoutouts?
As always, I got to shout out Relentless Racing League and you guys over at SBRN. Also, got to thank my team, Exiled Esports, Ancient World Gaming, all of our partners, Elite Performance Industries, Next Level Racing, Simrap Market, Sword Dog Cutscene, Design the Void, FGR Excel, everybody that helps us put it together. Also, big thanks to my teammates. I actually have another teammate debuting in the series tomorrow in the ARCA series, Sean Pointer. He's going to be coming over to join us, so pretty stoked about that for him to come run ARCA and possibly trucks.
What
But
number are you going to be?
yeah, I forget what his number was.
Well, I
I'd
guess
have
we'll
to go
find out
back
tomorrow.
and look. Yeah, give me 1 second. I can find out
Oh.
for you.
This week says still great race, Bobby. Super proud.
Yeah, it definitely was a good race. Like I said, it just little bit frustrating, but that's part of it. And yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find Sean's number in this list.
That's all right.
Such a we have such a huge group of guys between the ARCA and the truck series in our beginner division.
Yeah, I think some need to be
Anybody
updated, but
anybody that's out there that wants to come run with us, you come run on Tuesdays or Thursday nights. Great group of guys, some really good racing. You can join up anytime, and Sean will be the 00 car.
all right,
So
sounds
that's
good.
what car he'll be running. So,
Right.
but all right, man. You have a good night. Again,
You have a good night
congrats
too.
to Colb on his win, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. Good job for Kolb because he's been looking for that one for a long time.
Absolutely. And
Have a good
talk to
night,
you soon.
Mr. Malarkey. Well,
Hey,
pretty much doing your thing, which is well, coming from God knows where, from the last like 3/4 of the race to come into the last quarter. Made some good moves, good runs, but just not enough. How about the third?
Yeah, how about that? At the beginning of the race, the whole way through the middle, really struggled. I was just so loose getting into the corners and was just really scrubbing the tires off the whole run and struggling driving and everything. I made some changes under the pit stop with the brakes and got the car tightened up a lot, and then all of a sudden it just came to life. It felt so good, and definitely something I could apply to next week at the road course there. Um, Probably was a little too aggressive on the brakes in the beginning of the race, but adjusted the best I could, and it ended up working. Got the car driving a lot better towards the end.
What happened there at the end when you were ahead of Kolb for a bit, I think, but then Kolb got around.
Yeah, I could see he was getting in the corner better. He was just faster overall, and I knew the fuel was pretty close. I didn't want to risk getting side by side and causing myself to potentially run out of fuel because of that. Because there was still about like 9 laps left to go or maybe 8 to go when he got near me. So
Who'd
I
you end up
chose
running
to.
out?
I ended up running out coming out of turn 1 after the checker flag. So, if we did run side by side for a lap or two, or if I did stay ahead of him, I was afraid I would have burned up a ton of more fuel pushed in the air versus being behind him. So I made the decision to drop to the middle of the track on a straightaway and get behind him. And congrats to him because he was definitely fast.
Just want to ask, what happened with Ethan? Why did he pit?
Yeah, so he was short on fuel, unfortunately. I know he was super fast, and I know he was out there pushing the air. Definitely burned through some fuel. He tried to, I guess, get into neutral at one point and start saving, and then he got stuck in neutral and lost the lead. But yeah, he just wasn't able to save the fuel, and unfortunately had a pit, which was we were talking under like 10 to go what to do, and he was about 1.5 laps shorter than me, and I knew I was right on the line, and plus I was behind cars he was pushing, so it's just hard to give up the lead at that point because you don't know if caution comes out, then you regret it. So
Yeah, because the problem with that is, like you had the draft, he didn't.
yeah, exactly. So it didn't work out, but I mean, the benefit I told him he had speed, so I mean, it's always important when you have, he was fast, so we'll get it next week, hopefully.
Yeah, and for you, how do you feel about next week for the road course?
Like 2 years ago, I surprised myself. I somehow managed to qualify second, which is something I can't really do with qualifying. And I ran there the whole race. I think I ended up third. So we'll see. I'm going to try and apply what I learned tonight to next week because Pocono is actually a lot of heavy braking. And I kind of felt like I got some of the brakes figured out for the heavier braking types of tracks. So we'll see. I'm hoping it works out good.
All right, well, good job tonight. What do you got for shout-outs?
Yeah, as always, thank you to you all for putting on the show, bringing the broadcast to the TVs. I know a lot of people like to watch. And shout out to the league, putting on fun. We got like 22, 23, some people out there. And what, 1, 2 cautions? That's impressive.
Yeah, I think we only had one caution for cause, so worked out pretty well.
Yeah, everyone's been super respectful, and we'll go from there.
All right, well, good job tonight. And did I say get your shout-outs?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you did.
definitely.
Okay.
Yep, mom, dad, brother, sister, the
All
fam.
right.
They like watching. It's fun for them.
Sounds good. Well,
All
have a
right.
good night, and we'll see you
Yes.
next week.
You too.
Mr. Where did he come from? All right. That's going to be all for the broadcast tonight. We're going to go over the points, though, real fast. Well, I know we got some Bo Dinger fans here, and it doesn't want to display live anymore. That's okay. Well, guess what? Bo Dinger fans, he is now in the lead of the points. So how about that? Bo Dinger is a 1 point lead over Ethan Flanagan. Then it's going to be Malarkey, Warman, Kuhns, Kolb, Bucher, Barkley, Nance, Rafferty, Medlin, Richmond, Harmon, Frey, Denson, Darnell. The top 16 in points. The final results today is going to be Kolb, Rafferty, Malarkey, Medlin, Richmond, Bucher, Dinger, Harmon, Kuhns, Nance, Fassenbender, Forns, Warman, Michael Giberson, Colt Curry, Justin Barkley, Michael Buckley, Denson, Flanagan, Jordan McComas, Hardin, Simone. That is your 23 today. Tom going to be a happy team owner. Kolb finally gets the job done and gets the win in the next gen car. SDK finally decided to pop up, so there's the order right away. We'll be back tomorrow for some ARCA racing. ARCA, they are going to be racing in Richmond. So we'll be there for Richmond, and we'll be back then on Monday for the Xfinity Series and for the Cup Series next week. We'll be at a pretty good road course for these cars. It's almost a tradition for running these things with the Cup Series. We're going to be running Tsukuba, heading over to Japan to run some Tsukuba, so it should be a lot of fun. Andrew Kolb gets the win tonight. Have a good night, everybody. This is Southern Broadcast Race Network. We'll see you tomorrow.